Hello everyone. India Ratings and Research has come up with a report on the RBI Master Directions for loan transfer and securitization in India. The report analyzes the key differentiating features from the earlier guidelines and its impact on the securitization market with respect to products and market practices. Talking about the revision from the earlier guidelines, securitization of single loan assets and acquired loans is now permitted. Agency believes that other than increasing the pool of eligible loans, this inclusion can lead to new use of securitization such as warehousing transactions, complete or partial exit of a single wholesale exposure, and long-term securitization notes with replenishing pool of short-term loans. The agency also discussed how the liquidity of residential mortgage backed securities is expected to improve due to the favorable revisions in the MHP, MRR, and C reset guidelines. The revised MHP guidelines have reduced the seasoning requirement of long tenor loans such as home loans and loans against property. The change is expected to improve the volume of eligible loans that have a seasoning in the range of 6 to 12 months. MRR for RMBS transaction is 5% irrespective of the loan tenor now, and the stipulations for C resets have been revised favorably as well for these transactions. So clearly a step to improve the liquidity of long maturity residential mortgages. Moving on, change in the calculation of minimum holding period is one of the major changes in the revised framework. The agency believes that clarity may be required on the stated definition with respect to date of registration for both mortgage and non-mortgage loans. Also, with MHP now revised to consider the number of months elapsed rather than the earlier norm of the number of installments collected, underlying loans with quarterly or semi-annual borrower payments may not reflect adequate seasoning. Further, there is more emphasis on the due diligence of loan transfer. The focus of the framework has been on encouraging prudent transactions where the lender is well aware of the credit risk being exposed to. Due diligence and monitoring are to be done by acquirer's own staff with the same rigor as is practiced for self-originated loans. Also, the criticality of diligence for loan transfer has increased as warranties and replacements are restricted to 30 days from the earlier window of 120 days. Other major changes in the master directions include OC no longer being considered for minimum retention requirement calculation, and henceforth market may move toward a structure where there is no or minimal OC, and any credit enhancement that needs to be provided in the transaction would predominantly be in the form of cash collateral and originator's investment in the notes in the form of equity tranche. Also, with the possibility of transferring a single exposure with nil MRR, the loan market liquidity is bound to improve. Eligible loans can thus be transferred out by lenders without retaining any economic interest, thereby improving the loan market liquidity. Directions also list out risk weights that are favorable for short tenured senior securitization tranches relative to long tenured and non-senior tranches. The agency believes that the same may disincentivize multiple tranche transactions with credit or time tranching. Also, we believe that capital optimization and consequent favorable transaction commercials may motivate participants to achieve the simple, transparent, comparable, that is STC, tag for transaction rated in the high investment grade category. So that was a small summary on the framework. All the prominent changes in the revised framework and agency's review of their impact on the loan market are elaborated in the mentioned report, which is now available on our website. So please have a read, and you can reach out to us in case of any clarifications or observation at your end. I really hope you find this podcast helpful. Thank you all for listening.